Hey guys, we need your help. You love Behind the Bell. I know you do. We all do. Check out this information and contact my mom. She's pretty cool, and so is my dad. We need your support. Please donate. By the way, I'm Brayden. See you in the gym.
We welcome you to Palm Springs, California for the Duel in the Desert and this episode of Behind the Bow. As we feature Black and their season, we go behind the scenes with Season 4 of Behind the Bow. Black, it all starts right now. You almost hit 0 on day 1 in the Duel of the Desert. The pressure is off, right? No, not a chance. Why? Because day 1 only accounts for 25% of your total score. Day 2 makes up the remaining 75%, and that brings with it a measure of pressure that has its own standard. Black is back at it, and they are determined to earn a full paid bid to Florida. So what do they have to do? Well, let's find out, as only Behind the Bow has access to the behind-the-scenes action, as Coach John talks to Black at the start of day 2.
You've got to have great motions. You've got to have great smiles. You have to do what you think is going to be almost the top of the top if you want to score the top of the top. So again, a cute smile, that's fine. It's still an A, but it's a low A. You want to get that high A, so you've got to be over the top. When you get to the dance, you're exhausted at this point. You got to just sell out. You got to go a little crazy in that dance. You got to get wild with your arms. And I'm not saying like crazy, like you got to be wild sharp. You got to be intense. You've got to, you know, again, we talked about this yesterday. The dance is the lasting impression that you leave on the judges, and it's showmanship. It's arm motions. I know it sounds silly, but motion placement and motion strength matters in the dance. Let's do the dance one more time. I know we're not going to be in front of a crowd, so it's going to be a little different, but let's really emphasize not your facials, but your arm movements in the dance, okay? Let's go, y'all.
The excitement of doing so well for Black on day 1 had now settled into the fact that these very same athletes would have to have a repeat performance, but even do it better. With that comes nerves.
I think we're all a little nervous, but I think we're excited to take the floor and to see what's going to happen, and I think the fight is definitely going to be there today.
Black did really good on day 1, and as I mentioned, the excitement level was high. Even though tempered, will it help in day 2?
I think it definitely heightens the excitement in this routine, and hopefully our performance will go up, and I think the excitement is definitely going to help out with some of the skills in this routine.
What are some of the things that you guys are striving to do better today?
We really want to improve the technique in our stunt. That was one of our lowest scores in our elite stunt and our pyramid.
Great foresight by Zoe, as we're about to see in Black's day 2 routine. What an exciting couple of hours that were ahead for Black, their coaches, and parents. Coach John talked to Bobbi on the outlook for day 2.
Really good, I feel. I think that they feel pretty confident with where they're at and their chances for today.
The pressure being 75% today, and knowing that they did well, but it's good make some improvements. How do you coach them to handle that?
You know, it's done before days like today. It's done throughout the course of the season. To handle the pressure like that, it's hard because each team's a little different. You got to find what motivates them, what relaxes them, and each team, you know, and the challenge for this team, I think it's consistency. I think that they just need to do the same routine that they did yesterday, you know, the same warm-up, the same everything, so they just feel, you know, the muscle memory of the motion. We need to clean up our stunt timing, our technique, and we need to clean up our standing tumbling a little bit more. Overall, we got to perform a little bit better because we just have to push more.
Well, as you can tell, Black came out on fire on all cylinders. They dominated all aspects of their routine.
Beat this Sunday, I'm about to set you straight. We gon' slay you, and I can hardly wait. I'm wearing black head to toe. You should know me, cause I'm that OG. Reppin' OC. I heard they coming from it, but they ready.
Well, I was really nervous just because it was my last time performing at this event because I'm a senior. And I remember my first time competing here, and it was one of the best experiences I remember from that season. And just being able to finish it off at this last time competing here, I knew I had to kill it because it was my last one. And I started crying a little bit before. I had to hold it together, and just like hitting that performance felt amazing. It was incredible. Just like the vibe and the energy backstage, we all knew we were all together within it, and hitting that performance definitely made the weekend amazing.
I'm creeping on. There's darkness everywhere. I am your nightmare. It's the blue, black, and white with the big yellow bow. You're blacking out the world. You better know, honey. in my control. I'm blacking out the world. Let's go. Let's go. I got a dark soul, you should know. I'm blacking out. Yeah, homie, we rolling through your hood. Orange County Highway, headed down a byway. Zooming past your Cadillac, Mercedes tinted, all black. Big body with a big old trunk. How'd you get that chunky old trunk? Big body with a big old trunk. That trunk got way too much.
It's so exciting to see such an outstanding routine performed by Black. No judge or scorecard needed to be shown to the athletes of Black to validate their awesome performance. Backstage, the high emotions were shining bright, and they were welcome as athletes and parents alike were all smiles and jubilation. In the world of sports, there's this thing that the athletes are well aware of, and it's called a cooling off period. It allows an athlete after a sporting event to cool off both mentally and physically. In competitive cheer, that takes place from the competition floor to where the athletes review the playback video of their routine. This was a great cooling off period for Black as they enjoyed every second of it.
What a great routine. So many. I want to walk through a couple things because we talked about it beforehand where we knew that things weren't going to be perfect, and it's about your ability to adjust as an athlete. I know that in the partner stunt, Reagan's group came down a little early to the prep, and that was such a great catch and save. It's little things that we noticed that probably others. PJ, what a smart move on your part in the tumbling pass. So many smart decisions, and it's your ability to adapt. Like I said, we're not robots, so it's never going to be the same. Great routine. Day 2 score. 96.5. 96.1. So your final score overall weighted, you've got it.
It's a 96.35.
Now, that's day 2, and obviously scores are different in day 2 than they are day 1, and our competitors, especially world's bid competitors, haven't gone yet, so we don't know how that's going to be, but at least we have the feeling of knowing that we did our job, our score increased, and at the end of the day, that's all that we can ask from you guys. If other teams do a good job and their score increases, that's okay, but you don't leave today feeling, man, what could have happened if I would have done this differently. You guys finally, you put it together. You are such an unbelievable team, such an unbelievable group of people to come together. What a push. I just felt it. I felt a vibe. I was like, okay, I don't have to stress because I know that you guys are just going to do it. And I'm just so proud. Well done.
Good job, Black.
I would like to say, I want you to think back through your season you've had so far. There's been practices where some of you are like, I don't want to come back to the next practice. There's been days where you're like, I don't want to finish this workout of the day. Like, there's been times where you're like, I will never hit this stunt. Like, how am I supposed to keep this stunt in the air? I cannot do it.
Oh, you're adding me.
Right? But think about the doubts you've had, the insecurities you might have gone through this season, and then the overcoming of them, the push through them, the come back together as a team, the positive energy you brought back in, and look what you can do when you're together on the same page. Look what you can do when you trust everybody on the floor. Look what you guys could handle the pressure of a full paid bid. You could handle all of the money on the line knowing if you made a mistake, that every single person in the circle could have lost that money, could have lost that opportunity in Florida. But you handled the pressure, and I think what I'm most proud of for this team, regardless of what happens in the World's Tent or the award ceremony, is this page. You have been working all season to have a page where all they gotta write is a 0 at the bottom. It's the easiest job for a deduction judge, okay? Y'all have not done this at practice, you have not done this at a competition, but you chose today with the most pressure on the line, which is exactly what Worlds is like, the most pressure on the line to be able to handle your job. So I think this is what gives me faith and motivation to continue this push this season because of what your teammates can do under pressure. So let's push all the way through the world.
I swear it was that we don't gotta do it again.
PJ obviously did not hold back on his emotions as he knew Black hit 0 deductions. And during awards, Michael was just warming up as the emotional roller coaster that was about to take place. First, Black wins their division. And yes, they are thrilled that they win, but what is left is the all-paid bid to Florida. How does this play out?
2019 Royals goes with the OCR. concludes this award. I want to say thank you so much. You guys have an incredible weekend. We wish you a safe trip home. Be kind to one another. Give someone a high five. Tell them they're amazing.
That's right, Black gets a full paid bid to Worlds, and afterwards, some time with the trophy, and then John, Mandy, and Allie and the team talk about it.
Every year,
Hey, take a moment. Just look around the circle. Just enjoy this feeling. Enjoy this feeling. This is earned. This is what you earned, and it's an experience that nobody can ever feel in any other division except for this division. Okay, except for this level and this. And I'm just so proud of what you guys, how you came together, what you did, what you brought to this. Unbelievable. You earned a huge, huge, huge amount of respect for yourselves, for your gym, your coaches. We're so proud of you. Awesome job.
I want to give a special shout out to first-time bid winners. You work your entire cheer career for moments like these, yeah? You work your entire career for someone to pay you to do what you love to do. For someone to put the bill up so you can go to Florida and you get to do what you love on the biggest stage in the nation, or in the world. So I'm proud of this team, and I pray that you remember this moment, you embrace this moment, because in 10, 15 years, they'll think back to the time you spent with your best friends in Palm Springs getting paid, you know, and it's worrying about getting paid.
I think I worry longer than that.
But again, let those green ribbons just be a reminder of how special life is and how special this season can be for you. And let's just enjoy these last few months we have together and push harder than any Blacks ever pushed.
Yeah, we're not done now. Let's go. I love you guys so much. You're beautiful. Let's see. But yeah, I'm so proud of you. I'm really proud to take it the other way. I'm proud of the leaders, the leadership, the veterans on this team who just showed them how to get the job done today.
Yep.
Yeah? Let's keep going and let's keep pushing towards Worlds. Love you.
Hey, take the time. Anyone want to say anything?
Yeah, it's just getting started, guys. Even though we got paid and stuff, we can't stop now. And we know when we get paid from this competition at Worlds, we usually don't do our best. So we need to show this competition that we can kill at Worlds.
All those blood, sweat, and tears and injuries are all worth it. This is for that moment.
I'm gonna piggyback off of Ashley. It is just getting started, but it's just way more fun now. At this point, to be completely honest. I mean, it's just such a weight off your shoulders, and as important as every other competition is from here on out, it's just, you have this uplifting, something that just kind of reigns above you all year after this moment, where you're just kind of you just feel like you actually earned something, and it's the best feeling, and I'm excited to experience the rest of that. But even like Ashley said, it hasn't, we haven't always represented Spirit Sports in the best way, so for them to give us this again, we must have shocked them in some way or another in a good way. So that's a testament to us, you guys, and how good we must have been.
Yeah, y'all, we really proved what we can do and what we're capable of, and we just gotta carry it out through the rest of the season and have fun with it and cherish the moments that we have, because if y'all think about it, we only got a couple months left. It's our Worlds. So it's our last time.
Yeah, some of us, it's our last year. So.
And all those times where you see all those other teams and you're like, oh my God, they're so good. Well, you're better.
Yeah.
And that's what today shows.
Look at all the teams we beat, guys.
That's what I was gonna say. Take the doubts out of your head. Take the insecurities of well, we're not that good. Oh, they're so good. You're there. Do you know how many teams walked away without even an at-large bid? Some of them. You got a full pay bid at the very first try. Your very first opportunity to take home a bid. You took home the highest bid you possibly could. That stress, that weight is done. It is lifted off. Now you get to go into Dallas and have fun. Now you get to go to Vegas and enjoy. Now you just get to go take first place. You just get to go beat people up, right? And then when we get to Worlds, take that confidence that you earned today. Don't ever doubt yourself. Don't doubt this team. We can do this.
Besides getting a full paid bid to Worlds in Florida, there were some additional memorable moments, both high and low. The high was when Black adopted a young and upcoming team and sang the fight song together. Watching it in person gave the parents and the athletes goosebumps, and what an inspiration Black is to this young team. The low of the event was every parent's worst nightmare, as athlete Kenrod James Jr. of Cheer Force Infinity was killed in a traffic accident in between day 1 and day 2 at the Duel of the Desert driving home. A heartbreaking moment, not only for his teammates, family, and friends, but for every cheer athlete in this sport. Cheer Force Infinity somehow, someway, took to the competition floor on day 2 and performed brilliantly with heavy hearts and love from everyone at the Duel in the Desert. Our condolences go out to Kenrod's family and extended cheer family. What inspiration this moment was to the entire cheer community. So Black comes to Palm Springs and achieves what they set out to do, win and get a full paid bid to Worlds. Now it's off to Las Vegas, as next time on Behind the Bow, we'll be at Jams. But for now, we hope you enjoyed this edition of Behind the Bow. Please help support Behind the Bow with your donation or sponsorship. It is needed. That will enable us and our positive, safe, and quality programming to continue. For Bobbi Higgins, I'm Paul Higgins. This has been Behind the Bow, a production of the YTN, the Youth Television Network. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
I'm the host, all white like I'm a ghost. Just so you know, I am the life of the party. I'm so bright, I can just glow. Feel so good when you alive.